You know, I could have sworn that she can jump without spinning, but apparently not. I've been doing that for the past like 60 seconds. I guess not. Anyway, hi. Welcome back to Okami. Okami. Jun Jun. And we are here in Agata Forest as we usually are for our transitions. It's just the perfect place to be. He's like, hey, what the fuck? So, last time we got all the canine warriors assembled in a way and then took on Crimson something or other at the shrine, the Gale Shrine. And now we are going to Kamiki Village to celebrate the upcoming festival, which is the 100th anniversary of when Nagi and Shiranui slayed Orochi. So that's exciting. Can I do anything up here yet? I don't remember. We're gonna find out. Did I? Aha! Give me. Wink. Nice. Yippee! I don't know how long today's stream will last because I am having a bit of a pain flare-up in my wrist slash thumb. Earlier, I decided to let my, like, wrist and thumb have a break from the brace, and they were... Oh, I haven't fed these guys yet, what the heck? They were twitching uncontrollably. A couple hours ago. I took some more pain meds. I'm hoping that kind of, like, helps me get through this, and then I can lay down and hopefully sleep it off, as I usually am able to do. Oh, I got caught on a thing. Well, okay, that's fine. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna go. I thought of something else I could do here, but yeah. Hi, Sir Boba. Hello. Your username looks familiar, at least. Welcome to this game. I hope you're familiar with it, because otherwise it might be a little strange to jump into.
Looks like it could start pouring at any moment.
That looks like not a storm. That looks like demon.
You might even be in for a storm.
That's not... Okay. Well. Alright, watch this. I'm God of the Sun.
Huh? Why is it so dark? The sun's out, isn't it?
Okay. That's fine. We're fine. It's fine. Nothing unusual is even happening, actually. Did you know? Did I feed you guys? Okay, I did. Boing. Boing. I think, you know, I won't worry about it. Let's just go straight to Kamiki. Because we're gonna come back here anyway. I won't mess with it. Let's just skedaddle. Well. You've seen this game before, but only know a little about it. Well, it's awesome. So I'm glad you're here.
That's what I call a full moon. Come to think of it. Doesn't the Kamiki festival fall on a full moon this time of the year? Oh no! They're gonna finish off all the sake if we don't hurry. Come on, Amy! Get the lead out!
I always forget that lead is, spelled that way. Because there's, like, lead, like, past tense of lead. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't remember any of these guys' voices. Uh-oh.
Hey, what's everyone doing in front of Susano's place?
You come out here this instant, Susano. You have some explaining to do. How could you have drunk the sacred sake meant for Konohana?
Huh? Susano did what?
You played this game before but never finished it. Oh, that's too bad.
You can come out, Susano. We're not mad at you.
Well, I don't know. Your husband sounds pretty bad.
You must have had some reason to drink up the 8 purification sake.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Uh-oh. This is bad.
I forgot I'm not playing Ace Attorney and not voicing Phoenix.
Why would you drink all the 8 purification sake, Pops?
I don't care if it's so special. I couldn't help myself. I just had to have a drink. Well, it wasn't any old sake, and this isn't any old festival. It's been exactly 100 years since Nagi and Shiranui's great victory. We've even been blessed by a glorious full moon. How could you have done such a despicable thing? Leave me alone. I don't care about Nagi and his fleabag friend. I am Susanoo, the greatest warrior who ever lived. I just realized why their names are Mr. and Mrs. Orange, yeah.
There isn't a drop of 8 purification sake left? Susanoo was acting like a madman when he returned to the village. He drank all the sacred sake and then holed up in his house. All the sacred sake Kushi brewed is gone.
We worked so hard for... She worked even harder. What the heck?
Why do you have to go and do that? This is terrible. I mean, 8 purification sake is what saved the day in that legend. The timing couldn't be worse, with the return of Orochi and all.
The dreaded Orochi. It's all my fault. I'm to blame for all your misfortunes. That's right, you fool. Do you realize what a fix we're in now without any sacred sake? It was I who committed that unspeakable act at the Moon Cave. It was I who brought Orochi back to life. I have brought utter destruction upon the world. Huh? What is that fool talking about? I was sick of hearing about how I'm a descendant of Nagi. I wanted to prove it was all a lie by removing the sword Tsukuyomi.
Bro, she had to carry that giant thing, yeah. For real.
But the legend was true, and I've unleashed an unspeakable evil. And the curse consumed all of Nippon. This is madness.
He's turning into the judge.
You removed the sacred sword that imprisoned the dreaded Orochi. I fled to the village out of fear. Then I blocked its entrance with a boulder and hid underground. After that, I tried fleeing here and there. But the gods would not leave me be. Ever they stared down at me.
More like up at you, but...
They let it be known that I'd never be forgiven.
Hi, Nim!
At least, not until I slew the dreaded Orochi. I know that Tsukuyomi was removed and the Moon Cave vanished. But if what Susanoo said is true, that would mean Orochi's rite of sacrifice.
That's so cool. The way you talked to Hayabusa and then he predicted that. Or the original Hayabusa did. This game's awesome.
On the eve of the full moon, the eight-headed serpent shall appear, and the accursed arrow shall mark the home of the chosen maiden. It is exactly as the legend tells. If we don't offer the chosen maiden as a sacrifice, our entire village will be wiped off the face of the earth.
Well, there's like, no offense, but there's like less than 10 of you.
Susano, you're no coward. If the gods tell you to fight, you're the only one who can. You can do it! After all, you saved me, didn't you? I know you can do it. I know you'll come.
Wait, Kushi, you're not going to. Vroom.
Behold, my thunder brew. The great Nagi intoxicated Orochi and defeated him. My sake is my life. Surely it can intoxicate even Orochi. Hey, Kushi, wait! She's not going to take on Orochi herself, is she?
No, Kushi, wait!
I love the design of Susano's house looking like kabuto, like a samurai helmet. So good. Okay, before we move on.
Hayabusa, you saved my life. Is that why you were sitting there the whole time? Were you waiting to push me out of the way of that arrow? I had no idea. I've treated you so bad lately. I'm sorry. Forgive me, Hayabusa.
Aww. Good job, Hayabusa. Hayabusa the second, rather. So if it wasn't obvious, we're entering into the final part of this first arc. I don't know if we'll get to the big boss, because there's like a lot of cutscenes, and like I said, my thumb and my wrist are still kind of hurting. Although, we'll see how Painkiller decides to kick in, if it does. Come out, Susano! Is the sacrificial arrow the work of that legendary monster? Are we doomed to be devoured by that horrible thing? I'm begging you, come out and deliver us from this evil.
On the eve of the full moon, the eight-headed serpent shall appear, and the accursed arrow shall mark the home of the chosen maiden. Nagi and Shiranui had put an end to that abominable tradition, but alas, it has come back to haunt us. Oh dear, Kushi, forgive us, there is nothing we can do. I love how they bounce their oranges on their head. That's really cute.
What's wrong with you, Susano? Where's that Mr. Brave face of yours that you always put on?
Aww. I guess Mushi's mom has something to say. She's not around, so that's fine. She's probably like, thank God I was not chosen. Hey, girl.
You okay, sweetie? Don't try to stop me, Isun. Or you, Snowy. If Orochi's chosen victim runs away, disaster will befall Kamiki. But that's not why I'm doing this. What? There's too much suffering in the world. I'm going to use my sake to rid us of this evil menace. Are you crazy? We're talking about the dreaded Orochi here. That attitude's gonna get you killed. You really think you'd win with a little jug of sake? Yes, Isun. I guess I am crazy. But it's the only way. My sake is the only answer. I'm going, and I'll defeat that monster with my sake.
And just as Waka predicted once again.
Why you too, Amy? Dang it, why are you getting all worked up? There's no hope of winning. Well, don't say I didn't warn ya.
Bro doesn't know we're in a narrative. This music goes so hard. Man. Kushi reminds me of Pauline. I super agree.
Kushi, what on earth are you doing? I heard a deafening peal of thunder from the village just now. Believe me, this is no night to be wandering about outside.
You have nothing to say about the fact she's in an underrobe? Okay. At least he's got some sense of propriety, I guess. But yeah, Kushi does remind me a lot of Pauline. Without spoiling anything. And then one day you'll understand. Once we get through these cutscenes, I have so many work stories you would not believe. You wouldn't even believe. Ooh, what's the blue thing? Oh my god! Hi! I forgot he was gonna be here. Hi, Maddie! Oh my god, you're just in time for my boyfriend. Pauline, yes. I knew you'd come, Amaterasu. I take it you enjoyed your rendezvous with the sacrificial girl, eh? You spend 2 hours hyper-focusing on writing and blanked out? I love that for you.
None of your business, you half-baked prophet. Hey, that's the serpent crystal he stole from us.
I've never learned an instrument for a cosplay, but if I had the place to practice a flute, well, the moon cave is open. You've played your part. Now leave the rest to me, Amaterasu.
Why, you? What's the meaning of this?
Meaning? Does the saying, like a moth to a flame, ring any bells? I mean, you went in on your own accord, no? Of course, only one other besides the victim is supposed to get in. I guess you really don't count, my little bouncing friend.
Dang it. Looks like we've been set up again, Amy.
But were you not planning to enter the cave anyway, mon chéri? It is time for you to shine, Amaterasu. Now, let me leave you with this little prophecy. Look, the moon! The moon! The moon came out! The ting ting. He does with his hands is, I think about this like once a week at least. Pardon, ma chérie. That was a very good one. Au revoir. His small flute piece, yeah. His theme goes so hard.
Guess we're stuck here. But we were planning on taking care of that Orochi anyway. Cut it out, Yami. It's no use. Let's go check the place out.
His hands are so funny there. Ding ding. It's so funny. I love it. It's fine. Yeah, Waka has one of my favorite character themes, like, ever. I literally, like, when I played this game for the first time, I was living at home still. My mom played flute growing up, and she still has, her old flute. Well, I don't know if she still does now, actually, but she used to. And I literally tried to learn flute, so I could learn it, but it wasn't long-lived.
Huh? Not great. The stairways crumbled away. God or not, this is just too big a leap for you. We either have to find a way around, or we can go our way. You know, our way.
And do it my way.
It's so obvious. It's that saying of mine. Leap before you think. I know it'll take a lot of guts to do that now.
Nah, I'm in. It's too bad I want to off myself. There's been a lot of discourse lately about the phrase unalive, and I'm like, yeah, I don't understand why we were saying unalive when the phrase off themselves or off yourself exists.
Whoa. That was quite a fall. What have we got ourselves into this time? Well, now that we're down here, I hope you can sniff out Kushi's whereabouts, Furball. Hold it right there, Fluffy. What do you think you're doing? What business do you have at the Moon Cave? Stronghold of our master, the great Orochi. Over there. Oh, you. Never thought I would see your face here. I could spot you a mile away. You fixin' for a fight, you chumps? Well, we don't have time to mess around with bit players like you. But if you insist, then hurry up so I can cut you to shreds. Why, you're just a dumb old wolf. Huh?
I feel like these guys should have a country accent.
Yeah, look at that foolish mug. You've got to be the dumbest looking wolf I've ever seen. And to stray so far into a place like this, you're not too bright, are you, champ? I don't think Fluffy here is much of a threat. Let's not waste any more time here. Yeah, I wonder if Fluffy's just hungry.
He feeds you. He'll, like, every time you talk to him, he'll feed you something. It's very funny. Also, I just want to see, is there anything I can level up? Okay. Oh my god, my favorite part's coming up. The best part of the whole fucking game. If you know, you know. Cool.
Hey, isn't this that Babe Kushi's sake? There's still some left. But I'm not sure it'll be enough to take care of Orochi.
Let's go this way first. So, I have so many work stories. We went to this place that's, like, gorgeous. It's like a canyon park. And, it's the coolest shit I ever did see. This is the way we're supposed to go, so I'm gonna go the other way first. The splendor of nature was so real. But oh my god! Like I said in my community post, which I'm going to start trying to use from now on, so that I don't have to delete and, like, post comments on the YouTube chats instead. The kids were fucking feral. They were being so bad, to the point that a group of boys they, whoa, did I glitch through this? Oh dear. Guys, where's Amaterasu? What happened? Ami's gone. Guys, Ami's gone. Here I am. It's the funniest shit in the world. It's funny every time. So they were acting so fucking feral. And these boys locked themselves in the washroom and locked the door. Not like to the stall, like, you're supposed to lock your stall door. But they locked the door to the entire washroom. A public washroom. And I was like, holy shit. I didn't see it happen. I was working with another group of kids at the time, and they were doing their own thing, and so I was like kind of watching them. But like they got torn into, obviously, because they were being so terrible. And I'm like, yeah, I'm glad that they got torn into, because like that's a huge safety hazard. And like normally we don't like to like yell at the kids, because you don't yell at kids, but like these are the oldest kids in our group, so they're like 11, 12. So they're like preteens, and it's like, okay, if you yell at a small child, that's never gonna go anywhere. But like sometimes these guys need to be yelled at a little bit to understand the severity of the thing that they've done, because they literally do not get it, and they just kept challenging authority like all day. It was so annoying. And that was just kind of like our final straw. And then my coworker was like, I ripped into them. And I was like, yeah, I would have probably done the same, honestly.
Hey, this is one of those masks those imps wear. But this one's so plain. No design on it or anything. Of course, any respectable artist can't resist a blank canvas. I mean, you just want to paint something on it, you know? Hold on a sec, Furball. I'm gonna spiff it up a bit.
Alright. So we get to draw whatever we want on this mask, and it's gonna be on our face for the rest of this dungeon. I wish it wasn't, vertical. I wish it was more horizontal. Let me see if I can fit my idea. Oh. It's the hey best friend, let's see those molars. You have to Google it. I'm crying. Yeah, we're keeping this. Karma, please Google, hey best friend, let's see those molars. And it should come right up.
Doesn't look half bad on you. Yowie wins. In fact, you look better than your run-of-the-mill.
Yeah. I can't. Oh my god. I'm fucking dead, dude. That's so funny. Yes, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's a fan art from a Japanese artist who's extremely talented. And then somebody in the English language fandom just labeled it as, hey best friend, let's see those molars, because that's what the comic is.
Ta-da! Now you're one mean-looking imp. But seriously, this is no time to fool around. Only an imp would get a kick out of wearing a mask like this. While we're screwing around here, that Orochi is gonna take poor little Kushi and I can't bear to think about it.
I'm sorry, Isun, I'm sorry. I spent all that time laughing. I can't. I'm fucking dead. I have the molars meme on my face. It's the best decision I've ever made in this game. What was I even talking about? Okay, yeah, so the kids are being... You're forever traumatized. Phoenix and Edgeworth kissing, or not kissing, being intimate, I guess, in a weird way. The second panel of the comic, which is not as well known, is Edgeworth being like, oh, you really do have a cavity. Phoenix being like, oh, fuck.
What are you doing here? Looking for intruders? There was that silly looking wolf a while back, but nothing else out of the ordinary. We got this place covered. Get back to your post now. Post? What post? The sacrificial ceremony for the great Orochi is to be held today. Everyone's busy getting ready. There's no time to play around. What are you waiting for? Get in there and help. Oh, okay. I'm on it.
Phoenix, go to the dentist. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, kinda, sorta. Oh, shoot. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, that was so funny. That really came to me in such a burst of inspiration. That's what's so funny to me. Like, the way I was like, what should I put on this? And then just busted out molars. Molars is to the Ace Attorney fandom as like Loss is to many people online. I actually don't even know the origin story of Loss though. It's some comic and people are like, I can recognize it everywhere, and I'm like, oh, okay. I was not paying attention to when this happened, I guess. And I didn't know who the artist was, so I just thought it was like a genuinely serious comic. One second. Squeak. Okay. Oh, jeez. They haven't shown in the clouds parted, revealing molars. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
This is a fine time for the chef to disappear. Last time I remember he was right in front of that big pot. Where could he be?
Uh-oh. I am one of those people and it infuriates me. Wait, what was I saying? I already forgot. I'm like trying to shift back into the work stories. I'll wait till after I save this guy, I guess, because I don't remember. Okay. And we go boink. And we go boink. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I was talking about Lost. That's how little it means to me.
Owie, owie, owie.
Hot stuff. Hey, sweetheart. Yeah, you. Get me out of here before I end up well done. Owie, owie, owie. I bet that in the Japanese was Phew, that was a close one, darling. I'm the fabulous head chef of this kitchen, by the way. No need for formalities, you can just call me Ajimi. Okay. I was cooking with such tender loving care that I totally spaced out and almost cooked my own goose.
Tender loving care?
Oh, what an absolutely fabulous mask! Not the queer-coded character saying something about our mask. Say, how would you like to be my assistant? He read us for filth. He's like, that's a gay person.
Assistant? Oh, no,
I have to whip up a little lip-smacking appetizer to whet Lord Orochi's appetite before the time comes for the human sacrifice course. Please, I'll make it worth your while.
Wait. We, didn't come here to help, you see. No, how should I put it?
Never mind that. It's just that I've run into a wee bit of a problem. I'm almost done, but alas, I've run out of my secret ingredients. I could finish up without them, but then I wouldn't be putting my heart into my beloved's meal.
Beloved? I can relate to your obsession with detail. I mean, quality does suffer when you cut corners.
You really said yaoi enjoyer. Yeah.
All artists know that. Anyway, I'm in, fruitcake.
That's fabulous news, sweetheart. There are 4 secret ingredients that I'll need you to find. Now pay attention. All of them can be found somewhere in the moon cave. Okay, here goes. Ogre liver, lips of ice, eyeball of fire, black demon horn. Got that? Okay then, I'm counting on you. Oh, silly me, I almost forgot. Here, take this key with you. The rest is up to you, darling. Sick. Fruitcake, yeah. Okay, yeah, so work stories. Yeah, so Wednesday was super stressful because of that, and then, but then there's this girl in the, like, she wasn't in my group on Wednesday, but she was in the overall group that went to the park, and, she loves me. I don't know why. I literally have, like, barely spent any time with her, but she's like, your name's Kat? I love you. I love cats. I love snakes too. And then I was, like, just talking to her, and, like, I think I said this to Nem on a call, maybe, or maybe it was Megan, I don't remember, but, like, no one loves you so unconditionally the way a young child does. Like, when they love you, they love you. And so I can understand why lonely people have kids and then get obsessed with their kids liking them. Because it is almost an addictive, like, yes, this kid loves me. That feels so good. Like, right. But anyway, she adores me. And she's great. She's a great kid. She's super smart for her age. And she's only going into, like, I think she said 3rd grade, 2nd or 3rd. I don't remember. She's not that old. But, like, she's really smart. And she drew me a picture of me and her in Halloween costumes, where I am a pineapple kitty cat and she is a watermelon kitty cat. And then it has, like, she just, like, we were on the bus for longer than we should have been on the way back, and so we were sitting in traffic, and she's like, I'm just gonna keep adding. And I had one of those pins, like the Japanese stationery pins, where you have, like, the multiple colors when you click down.
Check out this eyeball lantern, Amy. I don't trust this shifty-eyed thing. It's kind of freaking me out. I'd feel a whole lot better if we could make it shut somehow.
Yeah, don't worry. I hate these things too, Easton. Yeah, it's super sweet. I have it hanging on my fridge because it's, like, the sweetest thing in the world. Other than my nephew, I have never had a child draw anything for me, so that was extremely sweet. What else? And then, so that was Wednesday. So it was a little bit of a crazy day. But it was, like, overall pretty cool. Like I said, the splendor of nature. And then, like, when we went down to the water, it was really nice because there was a bunch of the kids went over to, like, the large part of the water, and I stayed in the shade. Like, one staff member did one side of the boundary, and then the other staff member was the other side of the boundary. And so, like, I couldn't really move from where I was, but that was fine because I was in the shade. And so one of the girls in the older kid group that was, like, in my group for the day, she just sat and talked to me for, like, an hour. It was awesome, and she was, like, such a good conversationalist for a young kid. And, like, I found out that she really likes archery, and I was like, oh my god, I used to do archery too. Like, that's so cool. And And she's like, yeah, I really like rock climbing too. And I'm like, oh man, you're the same kind of athletic that I was. Like, I was not athletic as a kid, but I did enjoy rock climbing and archery. And now I have no upper body and back strength, so. Oh, you found my Morgana cosplay? Hell yeah. Yeah, honestly, actually, I was gonna suggest to you just looking up, like, Fata Mordu cosplay on Instagram, because I'm probably one of, like, what, 5 or 6 people that ever does it. But yeah, that's me. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so, that was kind of Wednesday's deal. And then, on Friday, yesterday, it was super warm. Like, I know, like, 85 isn't that warm for the Americans a lot of the time. Like, people from the South are like, it's nothing, haha. But I'm like, in the city I live in, it doesn't normally get that warm, and we're not equipped for it, and most of the kids aren't used to it, unless they have family or like, they visit other places in the world. Like, the girl who really likes me, her family is from somewhere in Africa, and so she's like, it's not that hot. And I was like, yeah. Thank you, Karma. Oh, you have to get a steroid shot in your back? Dude, I can't do steroids. That sounds so funny to say. When I have, like, I have to do, or I had to do for my foot, these, like, non-steroidal injections that were basically, like, herbal. They worked. But it was like, I couldn't do steroids because, like, my reaction to steroids was so bad. Like, medicinally. So yeah, Friday, it was super warm. And, the chillins, they were like, it's hot, even as we were walking to the park. And, okay, I guess there's no coming back from that. Alright, sucks to suck. Oh, fuck, Maddie. Dude, I'm so glad you're okay. You're, like, the 3rd person I know who's been hit by a car in New York in, like, the last couple of years. That is so scary, dude. I'm really glad you're okay. NYC, what can I say? Was it just your back that was mostly messed up, or, like, has it been, like, an all-over body experience? I mean, you know me, I'm very scared of the same thing for very specific reasons, but, NYC, what can I say is so real, though. Yeah, I knew someone who, like, was on a crosswalk and got hit by a car. Yeah, crazy. People are fucking insane. Yeah, so, like, the walk there to the park was kind of miserable, and there was this one kid who was, like, acting a fool the whole time. But then while we were eating lunch, before we went to the park, while we were eating lunch, I found out that one of the girls is new. Or actually, it wasn't during lunch. It was technically before that, where I found out that this girl, she's new to our center. And hold on. Most of your lower back and your left knee. Oof. Yeah.
I couldn't think of a more boring job than this. When I get the signal, I open the valve over on that wall, and when I'm told to close it, I do so, day in and day out.
I'm nothing more than a cog in the machine. Rebel, if I draw a circle around you, will you pet me? Damn. So, this girl, she, like, very blatantly, like, broke a rule. And I was like, hey, we don't do that, remember? And then one of the other girls in my group, let's call her Haley. Haley jumps in and says, oh no, Kat, she's new. And I was like, new, and she doesn't speak very good English, so she doesn't know any of our rules. And I was like, oh my gosh, Haley, thank you so much for telling me that. I had no idea. I really appreciate you looking out for her. That was very sweet of you. And so this girl, she, I'll call her Helen. Haley and Helen. Let's do that. Helen is, she speaks Dutch. She's like, doesn't speak much English. But like, when we got to lunch, I asked my like co-leader, who was like, I'm so sorry, I didn't prep you guys for that at all. Yep, she pretty much only speaks Dutch. And I was like, oh dang, okay, well, I don't know any Dutch, so that's gonna be a thing. But then during lunch, she was doing a really good job of like trying to use English, like saying want that and am done, and like really simple like 2-word sentences. And so I was like, oh my god, like this is awesome. She's doing Helen's like rocking it. And so, you know, and like me and the other group leaders are like, dang, look at this girl, she's getting it already. That's so exciting. And so like she and Haley were like buddies going to the park. Haley was just kind of looking out for her the whole day. So I left them kind of to their own devices for a bit. Because Haley was like doing so well with her, I was like, I don't feel like I have to hover. So for now, I will leave them be. So we go to the park. So I focus my energy on this one kid who's like really like violent impulses to the maximum. And I'm like, this kid needs to be distracted and separated from this other kid who is like basically getting bullied effectively by this. And it's crazy too, because this kid is not like, he's tiny. He's like 5 or 6, and he's just like being very violent. And I'd be like, if someone did that and someone broke your toy, how do you think you would feel about it? He's like, I wouldn't care. And I'm like, I don't believe you. I'm not sure that I believe you. And he's like, I wouldn't care. And I'm like, oh, you're just being difficult. Oh my god, okay. So I just separated him from like the other kid, right? One moment. I want to talk to this man. Well, now that the water below has receded, I'm surprised to see how deep the shaft is. I feel all weak in the knees. The elevator will go crashing down to the bottom if I don't keep a firm grip on this crank here, so you better not disturb me. Got it? I'm sorry. So on our walk, like I said, I don't pay attention to these girlies. They're doing fine on their own. We get to the park, and the other half of the younger kids group is there, and there's a girl there that I bonded with pretty quickly because she actually speaks some Japanese. One parent is Japanese and one parent is Taiwanese. I guard the door here. Boy, I just love this job. It makes life worth living. I recently added a special mechanism to the door. Now it's really hard to open. The sight of people trying all their might to open the door makes me laugh my head off. Right, you jerk. Annoying. So she was there, and I was like, hey girlie, what's up? And she had smacked her head recently, the last time I had been in with her group, like the previous week. And I was like, how's your head? And she's like, it's all better. And I was like, that's good. So, yeah, I was just kind of watching the kids. Like, they were playing freeze tag with one of the other leaders, which was really funny. They were giving him such a hard time about it. And then there was, you know, some other little stuff happening. So then the girl who really likes me, she was like on the swing, and she was like, guess what? And I was like, what's up? She's like, I got a new yukata. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Where? And she's like, my mom's friend just came back from Japan. And I was like, oh, I'm like, have you been to Japan? And then she was like, yeah, but like, I want to go again. And like, she's like, that's why I'm doing my best in Japanese school. But she did not sound happy about it. And I was like, do you like Japanese school? And she goes, no. And I was like, yeah, I know. I said, da yo ne. Wakaru yo. Like, everybody I've ever talked to, they hate Japanese school. And so, like, I was really not surprised by that. So I was talking to her about it. And then she was talking about her mom's friend brought her all these things back. And then, like, she was like, can I show you what I've been working on in gymnastics? I was like, of course. And so she does like these cartwheels and things that she's been working on, like floor routine stuff. And then she was like, Kat, you're my favorite group leader. I'm not allowed to say if a kid is my favorite, but I was like, oh my god, thank you. Oh my god, I love. If anything ever happens to her, I'll riot. I can't wait to meet her parents, especially her mom. Her mom is a cool person from everything that the daughter says. Like, she just seems awesome. How bad is Japanese school? That can be the subject after I finish my work stories. How about that? I actually ranted to my Uber driver about that on my way home yesterday because it was too hot to take the transit because the bus I take doesn't have air conditioning. And so I took a car home, and my driver's name, his name is Michel. And I was like, oh, like Michel Boulanger? He was awesome. Coolest dude. I'm so excited you can favorite drivers in Uber now because I favorited him. I gave him a massive tip and favorited him because it was the most awesome conversation I've had in such a long time. Anyway. Alright.
What's with this ice statue? No wonder it's so chilly in here. I mean, this is no ordinary chill. It's kind of a creepy feeling. I bet there are monsters nearby. Better be careful.
Yeah, he was so... Karma, he was so cool. Yeah, you can favorite drivers now. And he was awesome. Just like the best conversation, like, and I was like not necessarily in the mood to talk, but he was such a great conversationalist and genuinely like cared about the things that I was saying, and like it was an actual back and forth conversation. It was one of those moments where it's like, oh my god, will you stop? Bonding moment with this perfect stranger, like, is so good. No, stop. Oh my god, I forgot how annoying these shitheads are. So anyway, like, so then I was like, oh my god, this girl loves me. I love her. That's so fun. Like, she feels like a little sister to me. Like, I'm so happy that she feels safe talking about anything with me. Like, it's slide me in. He was not young. He was an older man. He was telling me about his grandchildren who are like almost in middle school. I love moments like that. It gives me that little hope back. Well, once we get this new friend, I'll tell you another story that'll restore your faith in humanity.
This phoenix is only a statue, right? I mean, it looks like it might take off at any moment.
Yay. I'm so excited to finally get this fucking power. Oh! I didn't see that there was a third one. I'm sorry. Okay. Wow. That was silly. The game is like, hey, idiot. I'm sorry. I was thinking about how it's a phoenix and then phoenix right. Can't get over the mask on Amy's face. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, we're funny. Ah, Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. Sealed away by the dark forces, I have spent years in this cave. Time passed, but I was unable to make my way to freedom. But now, your power has lifted the curse that plagued me. I, Moegami, god of flames, lend you my fiery power. Burn a new source of light into the obscuring darkness. Yahoo! Moeru means to burn, baby.
Wow, Never expected to find a brush god here.
It is a pipe.
We got a powerful ally just when we needed it. Moegami is the most fearsome of all the brush gods. Its technique, known as Inferno, reduces almost anything to ashes.
Why is the chicken smoking? Why not?
Who should be our first victim? I know, that ice over there. Listen up, Amy. Inferno is based on the power of fire. You gotta place your brush on a source of fire and draw a line.
This works just like water spout. Moe is blazing.
The power of fire will surge into the line, creating an inferno. But actions speak louder than words, so try it out on that ice.
Place your brush. Okay, I already know. Shut up. I already know.
You did it, you big furball. That's one hot technique. It'll probably only singe a few scales off that orochi, but it'll make crispy critters out of the snake's underlings.
Hell yeah. Had something to do in that cave, I guess. Well, I guess this cave, like, originally wasn't orochis. Or like, it wasn't orochis for a while. Maybe it was guarding the cave? I don't know. Anyway, so. Restoring your faith in humanity. So that whole thing happens, and it was the sweetest shit in the world, and I was like, oh my god, okay, don't cry. So I was like, alright, I'm good. And so, great. So then, if you remember, Helen and Haley, Helen has very minimal English skills, and there are some, I don't know what you call them, but they're like monkey bars, except they're like little rings that you swing from like one to the other. And she couldn't quite reach it. She was so close, but she couldn't quite reach it. And she was getting so frustrated because she not only couldn't reach it and was trying so hard, but like she couldn't express her frustration to her friend. And then there was like another girl kind of in the way too. And so she like couldn't explain, like, I'm trying, can you please move? Like, she had no way to do so. And she just burst into tears. And so I go over, I see it happen. I go over and I'm like, hey, it's okay. And she just was crying and pointing, want that. And like, trying so hard to reach that ring. And then Haley was on the other side, and she said, come over here. It's actually easier to reach on this end. And then like Helen was just crying and like really, really upset. And so then we finally convinced her, like, go over to the other side, like you'll be able to reach better. And so then she goes over to the other side. And then I was like, okay, Haley's gonna help, teach her how to do it. But before she does anything, she hugs Helen and like pulls her into her arms and like pats her head like a mother would comfort a child. And it was the sweetest shit I've ever seen. Like the most compassionate I've ever seen a child be. And then she showed Helen how to jump, and then I moved the ring just like a little bit closer to her, and then she got it, and then she got all the way across. And we're like, yeah, you did it, like you got it. And then she was like, yay, and then stopped crying and like calmed down. And then Haley was still like, helping her, like, you're okay, like we'll play together, you're okay. And I was like, if I weren't so fucking dehydrated, I would weep. Like, I started thinking about it again this morning and started crying a little bit because I was like, truly, Maddie, the kids are all right. And so I pulled Haley aside and I was like, hey, Haley, I want to talk to you really fast. And she looked like she was like, uh-oh. Like she got in trouble. I was like, no, you're not in trouble. Opposite. And then I kind of pulled her aside and I was like, hey, thank you so much for how you handled that situation with Helen. That was extremely kind of you. You're a very good friend. I'm sure that means a lot to her. Because, like, I can understand to some degree Yeah, damn, don't. I can understand to some degree going to a country where you don't speak the language well and like not being able to communicate your feelings. That happened to me when I was in Japan, but I was 20, 21, and I had enough Japanese knowledge that I could say some things. I cannot imagine being like 6 or 7 years old and barely speaking English and then having to go to a country where English is the main language. Fucking like, and then to have somebody like Haley swooped in. She just seriously like swooped in and hung out with her the whole day. And I was like, I really wish I was staying till parents pick up, because I really want to tell Haley's mom, like, she's awesome. You should be super proud of your kid. Like, like I said, if you really need something to like be like, okay, the kids are gonna be okay, maybe, that was a really good moment. Yeah, learning well a new language is, yeah, learning a whole new language is tough. Yeah. Shout out to our ESL teacher in elementary school. We at my school were racist, and they just completely separated the kids who were non-native English speakers instead of letting them like integrate with the native speakers to get like the exposure and practice. No, they were just like, nah. Which is so disgusting, if I can just say. So disgusting. I don't think they do that anymore, but that's what they did before. And I remember like in one of my classes talking about that, and they were like, oh, that would never happen in a Karma, you're like racist? Karma, I am from the Midwestern United States, so yes. I also had to learn, or rather unlearn, a lot of the racist things I learned growing up, because it was just so... okay, this is the right way. I always do get a little lost here.
Whoops. Who was it that broke this bridge again? Well, I mean, you are actually heavier than you look. That power of yours could easily handle a broken bridge. Well, why didn't you think about going on a diet first?
Jesus, Isun. That's super rude, dude. Yeah, it was just like, because there were a couple of other things that happened yesterday that were just like, oh god, with the kids acting a fool. Like that one kid who, like I said, was being really violent, and then this one girl, she lies about everything, but I'm really good at tricking people into telling the truth, especially kids, because I played Ace Attorney. No, I just think that I can manipulate them better than they can manipulate me, if I'm so honest. And it's over here, it's just common, so help. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, it's also common here. I have to be honest. Like, it's more common than it should be. But some of it like manifests in a different way here, where it's like people are just like fucking ignorant, instead of just like outright evil and mean. Nope, don't. Ouch. You weren't even icy at that point, brother. Alright, well, I blow you up now. Alright, now you're gonna be bold. Yeah, AA coming in useful. And I'm not even, like, kidding, either. I really think that has contributed. And, because I was like, did you slap him? After, and then she's like, no. And then I was like, okay. And then I, like, explained what she had told me. And then I was like, and then you slapped him. And she was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So, we don't do that. And then she and the aforementioned Haley got into an argument, and I was like, okay. And like, you know, the other girl, she like accused Haley of doing something, and then I was like, okay, I'll talk to Haley too, but you shouldn't do that either. Like, you know, you both did something wrong here. So I talked to Haley, I get her side of the story, and I was like, hey, okay, don't let her get to you. She's been acting a fool That's what I always call the kids. Like when they're misbehaving, I'm like, you're acting a fool. And and I told Haley, I was like, she's been acting a fool all day. And like the whole fight was about like they were mistreating ladybugs. And Haley clearly is the kindest soul I've ever met. And so clearly she was like very disturbed by how they were treating the ladybug. And I was like, yeah, girly, don't be upset because you are right. And I did tell the other girl that she's not allowed to do that, that she shouldn't treat animals that way because she has to, I know it's hard to think about this, but like from if you were an animal, how would you feel, you know? Sorry, I'm trying to get this to this torch over here. I don't even have to do this, but it would be cool if it did. Okay, well, go fuck myself, I guess. Why won't this light up? Why did it light up the thing behind it? That's not what I wanted. She was Bugs Bunnied. Yeah, a little bit. But like I also did like get a heads up from one of the other coordinators who was like, hey, is this your first day working with like this kid? And I was like, yes. And they were like, just so you know, she loves to lie. We've had complaints from her actual school about her problem with being a liar. Like I guess she had an incident where she punched a kid in the face and then outright denied it. Which is like, you shouldn't do that, but that's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of funny in its own little sick, twisted way. But yeah. So, anyway, you're talking about Japanese school? Yeah, so Japanese school, there's been really minimal studies on how it actually affects the students at the schools, which is already a bad sign. Because, oh dear.
How was Orochi? No doubt. Sounds like he's hungry or something. Oh no, maybe he couldn't wait for his appetizer. He hasn't eaten pork kushi first, has he?
He seems more like more of a gentleman than that, actually. I'm gonna be surreal. Anyway, well, sometimes disturbing actions kids can, yeah. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say she's super spoiled because I did meet her mom yesterday and her mom was, she was nice, but she was one of those people I'm like, oh, you don't discipline your kid ever, do you? Oh, okay. So I was like, okay, you are superficially very nice, and that is where it ends, I think. And I think that's, her daughter's picking up on that just a little bit. Thick. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Like, you could kind of tell, the brief amount I've talked to her, you could kind of tell she thought her child was, like, the sunshine of the earth. And I'm like, I'm really glad you love your kid. That's extremely important. You also need to make sure that your kid gets fucking disciplined. And I don't mean that in a, like, spank your kid. No, I'm saying, like, if your kid does something wrong, they need to be told what was wrong and then given consequences for their actions. And that's on God. And that's what I was talking to my Uber driver about. Way too nice. I think maybe just not even too nice, just like too much love. There's not a good word for it in English, but too much love. Just spoiled, I guess.
Huh? I thought I saw a path for a second when the sand blew by.
Well, whatever. But anyway. Can I? Okay, this does move already. Oh, this part's so frustrating. Anyway, Japanese schools, like I said, there's already so few studies about, like, kids' experiences in them. But if we take it into perspective, Japanese language classrooms and Japanese language learning experiences in general, not a good vibe. not a good vibe for a lot of reasons. And a lot of the teachers are really strict, and the parents are used to, like, because it's like such a tradition now. It's like, oh, well, if I immigrate to somewhere else, my kid's gonna go to Japanese school. And it's like, well, that may not be the best way for your kid to learn Japanese for a lot of reasons. The main one being that, like, the curriculums at the Japanese school... Isun! I'm literally right here. I'm doing it right now. Oh, fuck. Okay, do it again. I don't want to fall. Ha. Please, please, please. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Let me do it the first time. Fuck! God hates me. That shouldn't have been allowed. The schools are very intense. They are very strict to the kids for, like, no really good reason, IMO. And, like, the other thing too, and another thing, is that, like, these kids, a lot of them are going to grow up in, like, the US or Canada or the UK or wherever. They're not going to grow up in Japan. And it's like, okay, you need to acknowledge the fact that these kids are going to have a split heritage, right? Like, they're going to have this Japanese side of them. Maybe they're, like, mixed race, or maybe they're just, like, Japanese and their whole family immigrated over, blah, blah, blah. Like, but if they're going to be staying in this country for the rest of this time of their life, until they're 18 and they can leave on their own if they want to, you have to acknowledge that these kids are going to have a split heritage. And you have to acknowledge that, because otherwise you're going to alienate them into being, like, them thinking, I'm not Japanese enough. Because Japanese school makes them feel that way. And Japanese lessons and stuff make them feel that way. And people, and it's like when you meet somebody who's, like, from Japan, and then you're like, oh, you're Japanese, so you should know XYZ. It's like, no, not necessarily. They might not. Like, it's very presumptuous. But in a different way. It's not a racist way. It is just, like, a presumptuous way, and a very conservative way with the lowercase c. Can we not? I heard Japanese is a hard language to learn, so probably being hard on them is their thing. I don't know. It's not that hard. Especially because a lot of them already have background in the language from their parents. Or at least one parent. Like, I would say a good percentage of them do. I think that's just kind of how it is. Japanese is not... When you get started with Japanese, it's hard. When you get, like, in the middle of it, it starts to really make sense. When you start getting into advanced Japanese, it gets hard again. But the grammar in Japanese is like the grammar in Spanish, in that it follows a set pattern 99% of the time, with, like, 3 verbs in the whole language that are exceptions. You know? Hello.
Here for a snack or something during your break? I'll take your pick. Just don't try to stiff me.
I don't know why he's a New Yorker and the other ones are country, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Okay. Okay, I already got that. Right, I forgot he also sells it. Crazy. Okay. I want to slash at your Tanuki. Can I get that Tanuki? Wow. Okay, there we go. Actually, I want to see. I think right below me is that platform. Hold on. Camera angle. Stop fighting me. Is it under here? Where the hell is that treasure chest? I'm trying to be meticulous about the treasure chest because we aren't coming back here. Spoilers, obviously, but I feel like it goes without saying, but okay, there's where that platform of water is. So the treasure should be across. Okay, I guess I can't get there. Alright, well, I think there's another way to get there later. That's fine. Hello. Boing.
Ugh.
Well, that was the other thing I was gonna say about the Japanese school thing. It almost feels like, from all the things that I've read and heard, it almost feels more like an indoctrination than just like actual like learning about your heritage and the language that's part of your heritage. At least that's how it feels, I think, to the people who are in it. Again, I've never been to one. These are just like the stories that I've read and heard about. No fucking way, dude. Is this the hint? Is this a hint for where to light this? No fucking way. Danger, do not use the cannon. It's out of order.
I'm gonna do just the opposite when I see a sign like this.
Okay, Clay. Guess I should change my title to Hisu and the Fearless. Not to call Clay out, and he's not even on listening to this stream ever. Did I light it? I don't think I did. Okay, I didn't. My camera angle sucks. Why is the camera so bad suddenly? Oh my god. Why won't it let me get to the right angle? Hey? Hey? But Maddie, am I wrong? Okay, that was not correct. Alright. Oops. Okay, that happened a lot sooner than I expected. Hui-sha. Where am I trying to blow? Okay, right across. Okay. And hoi! And before Clay speaks up. I don't think he's ever... I don't even know if he knows that I stream. Well, I guess he would have to, because I do post it in the Discord. Stop! Hell yeah! Only took me like 4 tries. Cool. Now it's out of order. Now it's stopped spinning, so now it's out of order. Oh, that looks normal up there. Normal and fine. Oop, stop! Okay, I fucked myself on that one, huh? Well, that's okay. I guess. Boing. Boing. Yeah, luckily this next week I do have, oh, this is making me a little sick. I do have this next week off from work, which is good because I do have some, like, things I need to get done because it's been so warm that I haven't been able to run certain errands because, you know, it's so hot. Fuck! But then, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. Because, oops. Today is the last day of warm shit weather. It is going to instead be normal Pacific Northwest temperature for the summer. We love to see it. I saw the tomorrow Fahrenheit being 74 for the high, and I was like, yummy! Alright, where the fuck am I going? Okay, wait. I think I can cheat my way up with that thing. Hold up! 1 minute. There it is. Please let me up.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's what I blew up.
Hell yeah.
Alright, this part is a little annoying if memory serves. Yeah. Oh, fuck me. Oh, you're annoying. You're not cool. We're not cool. Did you know? We're not cool. Did you know we're not cool? It's like the funniest thing you could say to someone. Did you know? We're not cool. Like, we have beef. And all right. Oh my gosh, one thing I did today while I was in my in between time, in between Megan and Danny's stream and then this stream, I was watching the Mammoth Club, which is these three people who they go to like, they do traveling, they do like, they're influencers, but they're like cool. They're like normal human beings, which is exciting. And it's like the husband's best friend became best friends with his wife as well. And so they're just like, they're just a family. Like, it's so nice. Like the guy who's not, you know, a partner with either of them gets third wielded occasionally, but it's always like very much in good spirit, and he also does really like having alone time. But anyway, they went to Tokyo Disney recently, and so I like longingly watched their video of the Toy Story Hotel and was like, I want to go to there. Even though I will not, because Disney's boycotting Disney right now. But I watched the video, and then since they were in Japan, they like traveled around Japan, and they went to Nara, and Molly was so excited to feed the deer, and it was just like the sweetest video. And like, I guess like it kind of reminded me of the things I absolutely adore about Japan, but I've kind of forgotten about, because like when they did the Tokyo Disney hotel video, they were like, oh, there's no quick service restaurant, but there's this konbini, so like we're gonna go to it, like the convenience store. And you could tell that they were kind of like not really like excited about it, but then they come back and they're like, dude, you don't need a quick service, the convenience store is awesome. And I'm like, yeah. I love when a foreigner discovers the wonder of the konbini. It's the fucking best. Oh dear, this is not in a good place. And then konbini is so, Maddie, sometimes I cry thinking about Family Mart. Can I be honest with you guys? Don't judge me. Sometimes I cry thinking about Family Mart. They are actually convenient. It's so exciting. You can like do anything at the convenience stores in Japan. It's crazy. I remember when my friend was like, you can't do that at the 7-Eleven in the United States. I'm like, you can barely buy food at some of the 7-Elevens. They're like cursed as hell. Let's do a little wind. Okay, cool, that worked. But they were like so excited, and they're like, everything's so cheap and it's so good. Why is the food so good? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God. That's not necessarily one of the things I would say I take for granted as far as like the things in Japan. But another thing that they were talking about was like in the hotel, they're like, oh my God, it came with pajamas. I'm like, that's right. The hotels in Japan come with like a set of pajamas. They come with like toiletries and like all these like free amenities. Hairdryer, like, I mean, most, I think, US places now have a hairdryer, but like they come with like everything. And even the hostels, a lot of them have stuff too. They'll come with like a bathrobe, blah, 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 which is so cool. Then like when they were in Nara, they were like, they had never had sweet red bean paste, like anko. They had never had it before, and they were like, this is really good. And they're like trying to describe it, and they're like, oh, it's like peanut butter, but it's like grainier, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, that's so crazy to think about, a person who has never had anko before. What a crazy life you live. Because like, I cannot imagine not knowing what that is. That's like my favorite sweet. Like an anko filled anything. It is something I should not eat because it just wrecks me, like IBS wise, but I'll make the exception for anko basically every time. Apparently the US is going to try to copy the Japan's model. Good fucking luck. They come with pajamas. Nothing exciting, but still. It's delivered fresh to every store, and they crunch so much data on each different region. They track what's popular and what's not. It's so interesting. Yeah. And then there was another thing that they were really excited about. I can't remember what it was, but it was something that I had like kind of forgotten was a very normal thing in Japan, because I'm like so used to it. And they were like, wow, this thing is like so cool. And I was like, yeah, oh my god, I guess people don't know that, right? And like, I'm like, yeah, Japan is pretty sick. Unfortunately, their policy for living as a foreigner and a gay person is just not it. If I can be so honest, it's just not it. Okay, I need to get to this fucking treasure chest, guys. How the hell do I get there? It's down there. How do I get there? Heck. Hecking heck. Alright, let's try to go down. Let's just jump down first. Uh-huh. Let's jump down. Okay, I'm in the water. Don't drown. Okay, stand on that edge. That's good. Okay. No! Fuck. Oh, you know what? I know what I need to do. Hold! I remembered. I want to try the fish patties. Okay, this is what it is. They have rules on foreigners and gay... Oh, karma. Oh. Yeah, so only certain parts of certain cities and certain prefectures recognize gay rights. You can't get married, but you can have like a recognized partnership, I guess, and like hospital visitation rights and stuff. But that's not all of Japan. It's the minority of Japan because there's a lot of old people in their government, and Japanese people aren't like, they're not typically very political, so they don't vote. So those guys just kind of sit there for forever. I would say the younger generations are pretty cool about gay shit. They're pretty interested in queer topics, and they are like, the students I had were really good about it, and they were like, we don't want to insult. And I'm like, I will not take it as an insult. I know that you're learning. Like, I'm not going to expect you to be perfect right out the gate understanding queer topics when the queer community can't even decide on shit. If I can be so fucking honest. Oh yeah, the eyeball wheel. One curious woman wait with her door ajar until the rumbling sound. Amaterasu's winds on their door for protection. That's cool. ¿Qué es este? A woman who made frigid comments was bound to a demon wheel. Cool. They're trying to get foreigners to go there with the population, but they can't stay. Yeah. Yeah. They just want us as tourists. They don't want us to stay, actually. What do we have here? You brought back more than one of the secret ingredients? Wow, you're good. I just knew you'd make the perfect assistant.
It was nothing. Anyways, we're kind of in a hurry.
With each secret ingredient I add, my love for Lord Orochi shall deepen. Okay, now I have all the secret ingredients. It's time to finish off my special dish. Feast your eyes on my fabulous skills, darling. With a true heart and tender loving care, I shall prepare a symphony of demonic goodness. Yeah, the catch-22 of the bullshit of like the permanent residency. You can't, it's like extremely difficult to become a citizen there, and you cannot do dual citizenship either. Ta-da! Introducing the crown jewel of appetizers. Guaranteed to bring up maximum flavor in any main course. I give it you my ultimate masterpiece. Dung heap slime bucket goulash. This shall make that main course kushi taste 1,000 times better. Well, we mustn't keep Lord Orochi waiting, sweetheart. Go to the great hall and ring the Epicurean bell. That shall herald the completion of my appetizer masterpiece. The sound of that melodious bell shall draw open the curtain on Lord Orochi's bloody feast. Oh, I guess we are going to get to this fight today. This dungeon did not take as long as I thought it was going to. I guess because I remembered it better than I thought I was going to. Like, they're mostly kind to foreigners overall, but like, it's when the foreigners like want to stay and there's some prejudices that exist there. It's not as bad as it used to be. It's truly not. But it still exists. It's still a problem. And the government policies are just not supportive of that at all. And at this point, Japan's population, so like Canada right now, right? Canada's in the same hat where it's like the population is decreasing. We need immigrant workers. We literally don't have enough people. So we need the immigrant workers. And so like, their immigration policies, we're not finishing this game today. We're only finishing this arc. No, this game is no, it's like a third. This is a third through this game. Gong. Gong. Gadong. 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 Oh, I lost count. Okay, that's okay. It'll automatically stop me, I think. Uh-oh. I should have let that one fill up. Fuck, fuck, fuck. There we go. These guys are so silly. Yeah, and like the way that they teach Japanese is meant as a hobby. Like they want people to migrate, they just don't want them to stay. Yeah. They want the stimulation with the economy, but they don't want it to be like them to be permanent residents and shit. So I'm like, it doesn't work like that. Sorry. And it's like, and then they complain about things, but I'm like, if your industries were set up to support foreigners, foreigners would willingly do all the things. Because there's plenty of people who want to live in Japan for many reasons. Phew, that sure was stressful. I wish I hadn't seen Lord Orochi's throne room. There is something about that place that just terrifies me.
Sorry, pal, but would you mind taking this elevator to that throne room again?
What? Are you insane?
Oh, come on, please. I mean, I want to take a peek at Lord Orochi's throne room, too.
They can't have their cake and eat it, too. Yeah, exactly.
Come on, just this once.
But we're just Lord Orochi's lowly underlings. Lord Orochi will surely gobble us up if we barge in during dinner. You really want to see that throne room that bad? I really want to go? Yes. I can see that you won't change your mind. I'll take you to the throne room if you want to go that bad. After all, I was born to operate this elevator. Yippee. Well, the other thing, too, about Japan that, like, prevents me from living there, honestly, is, like, their drug policies have not been updated since the late 80s, early 90s, and Prozac is still considered a black market drug. And that's what I take. That's the one I take, so there's a lot of SSRIs that are on that list, too. And their mental health care is kind of garbage. Like, I have a connection now that I would probably be able to get better mental health care, but, like, yeah. It's a place I love to visit. It's a place I love to visit. I love my friends from there. It's a place that's incredibly, incredibly important to me. But I have come to terms, sadly, with the fact that I will never live there. And that's just how it is. It makes me sad. It makes me really sad. You can go. You can visit. You can visit. You can visit. You can visit. Maddie, you're fine. You're fine. You can do, as long as you're staying less than 90 days, you don't have to do any paperwork. If you're staying more than 90 days, you do have to do a little bit of paperwork to say, like, I need this medication. I'm bringing, like, if you're staying for like 4 months, right? It's like, okay, I take this every day. You get like a doctor's note and you have to fill out this form. But because our visas only, or our like passport, you can only do the regular visa for like 3 months anyway. You're totally fine. Don't worry. What's Prozac? It's an SSRI. It's an antidepressant, anti-anxiety medication that's extremely common. It's a lot of people take that, and like Wellbutrin is another one that's pretty common that people take. I don't know if Wellbutrin's outlawed, but I bet it is. No, Maddie, you're totally fine. And you can like bring your own vitamins and stuff.
Amy, look! Over there!
She's napping! No worries, Maddie. I did a lot of research about it before my trip, this most recent one, because the first 2 times I went, I wasn't on any medication, so I didn't have to worry about it. But then this time I was like, oh fuck. Don't worry. Yamato no orochi.
O wild god of the heavens, 100 years have passed since you imprisoned me here. How is it you have come back after perishing and turning into stone? 100 years in a cold, stony tomb, you reek of decay.
I've heard enough. Bottoms up, big guy.
Chug!
Ow.
Antidepressant and drugs are foreign to you. That's, I guess, good if you don't think you need them. I do.
That cheater has a barrier up. What are we gonna do now? Any bright ideas for a ball?
Oh no, Kushi, go back to sleep. It's better that way.
Run, Kushi, run!
Hold it right there, vile serpent!
Nani?
お前はもう死んでいる。
Nani?
Susano! You came! I knew you'd come!
Have no fear, Susano is here. Orochi and I have a score to settle.
Pops?
Long have I awaited your coming, O descendant of Nagi. Now we shall fulfill this burning desire which has consumed us. The descendants of Nagi have kept me imprisoned here for 100 years. Yet it is that accursed bloodline which shall unleash my true power. A pact between Nagi's descendant and I, the great Orochi, shall deliver unto me dark powers beyond all comprehension. Let us seal the blood pact for all eternity.
What the heck's Serpent Breath talking about? What the heck is going on around here? A blood pact with Susano will unleash Orochi's true power?
O he who seeks power, your first chance slipped through your grasp. But now the time has come for us to seal our eternal bond. Speak the words I wish darkness upon the world. Utter that prayer to me, and seal our blood pact. You too shall gain dark powers beyond all comprehension.
Orochi's trying to tempt Susano. I bet that sneaky serpent was the one giving Pops those nightmares.
Now, utter the prayer, let the words come from deep within. Recite the words of our blood pact.
Oh, I shall.
I am the descendant of Nagi. Behold, Susano, the greatest warrior who ever lived. Hear me, vile serpent, who would seek to harm a helpless woman. Your time is up. Feel the wrath of my trusty sword. Foolish beast! Did you really think you could deceive me? The only pact for me is the one that comes with my bloodline. If it is my fate to fall battling evil, then so be it. I seek help from neither god nor demon. The heroic bloodline of Nagi is all I require to slay you.
Glittering gold sake. Is that 8 purification sake, Ami? Ami? Whatever.
I was into the scene.
Susanoo and Kushi made a miracle happen. Time to work your magic, Ami.
All right. Scream for me.
Your stupid face doesn't scare us, you big worm. Quick, Ami, the sake. Shoot the 8 purification sake right into Orochi's gaping mouth.
He's gonna blow fire again. Maybe if you hadn't been talking, Isun, I could have done it already. We wouldn't be in this fucking mess. Anyway, now I can talk a little bit more about the lore. So actually, this lore for Orochi is pretty accurate. Another thing about Susanoo is that he's actually a sibling of Amaterasu in the original mythology.
It's working! Take that, you big worm. Keep it coming, Ami.
So he's siblings with Tsukuyomi as well. Or not Tsukuyomi. Yomigami. Sorry, I was thinking about the sword. And then Kushi is a maiden that was taken.
Look, that's one down. Don't stop there. Let's get the other headstrong too.
Alright, let's go to this one. It's easier to deal with. Whoop. Bunk. Oh yeah, get fricked.
Oh yeah? Get fricked.
These guys also have the samurai helms, which I think is a really cool way to like connect them to Susanoo in a way. I think that's like really clever storytelling, honestly. I need to do this. God, there's so much happening with this guy. I forgot how much. This is my least favorite of Orochi's heads because too much is happening with him. Actually, I do want to see something. Can I make it like nighttime? Okay, no, I can't. I can't do daytime, nighttime powers right now. That's fine. Oh, and he spit those out in the exact same place, and I could have bloomed them both at the same time. I'm an idiot. All right, run away. Yeah, going into the Prozac thing, I've been taking it for almost 10 years. Because like I was having panic attacks. So my first real person job was so bad. Like there was just like I've had a lot of terrible jobs. I'm gonna just be real. Just like shit happened that was just wretched. Like you wouldn't believe. And the way that it was just like tearing me apart, not to be like Backstreet Boys ass bullshit, but like genuinely fucking tearing me apart. And like I could not function because like I would have a panic attack almost every day, and my chest would hurt all the time, and so I got started on Prozac to help with that. Like the physical symptoms of anxiety were just like too bad for me. And it's not perfect. Like it by itself is not enough. I definitely need to have like therapy. I've been through too much in my life to not be in therapy. I will be in therapy probably for the rest of my life, if I'm honest. Ooh, I can bloom these at once. Cool. Which, you know, it kind of sucks, but like, honestly, it's so much better than living how I was. So I'll take it. I do sometimes wonder if there isn't a better medication for me, because I do struggle a lot with Prozac in that it dehydrates me very badly, and I already get heat exhaustion very easily, like naturally. Because I'm a pale motherfucker. Oh. Orochi, I need water. Let me live. Dude, I have a great therapist right now. She's awesome. I actually told her about the house in Fata Morgana, and she actually looked it up. And she was like, it's a lot darker than I was expecting. And I was like, oh, you're so funny.
The worm's down. Looks like that barrier is finally dissolved, and if that's the case, then you're free to finish what...
I'm already doing this, Isun. You interrupted me, you whore. Yeah, like she's very good. I've been really lucky in that most of my therapists have been pretty cool. I did at my very first therapist, she started out pretty okay, but then she got like super cop sympathizer when she got engaged to a cop. And I was like talking about my friend's trauma and like a bit of my own with like the cops, and like I was like, yeah, I feel really uncomfortable talking to police, like even if I haven't done anything wrong. And then she was like, she got really like defensive, and I was like, damn girl, okay, if you feel that way personally, first of all, I don't agree, but second of all, I don't need to know that. I'm here for therapy for me. For me. Like, you are not supposed to tell me those kinds of things. I'm not supposed to know those kinds of things about you. And so I broke up with that therapist, and then I had a really good therapist for a little while in NYC. Like, well, I guess that first one was also in NYC, huh? But like in Manhattan, and she was awesome. She occasionally though would be like, she really did not know anything about like living abroad or like the experience of like, I don't fit into the main culture around me, because she's like pretty, like, she's pretty white. I'll just say it. I love her to death. She's pretty white. And I say this as a white person. She is like, in her experiences in life, she is not like worldly in that way, I guess. And I was like, okay, I do need somebody who understands that a little bit better. So when I moved, obviously I got a new therapist, and I was like, I need to look for someone who understands what that experience is like. And now my therapist is actually Japanese, and it's nice because sometimes I can express myself better in Japanese than I can in English. And so having somebody that I can do that with is really nice. Oops. And she's awesome. And like I said, she's like really, she'll be like, do you have anything to hug or like to that's comforting to you physically? And really helps me, because like I'm not a touch person at all, but like to a point that it's very detrimental. And she was like, you should find something that's like physically comforting for you. And so then I've been trying to work on that, and she's very helpful and non-judgmental about it. So I'm very pleased with her. We do occasionally have moments where it's like I communicate something to her that she's like, I am going to have to think about how to help you with this. And she does. She always does. So I'm like, I really appreciate that she does not fake it with me, but it is sometimes frustrating if I'm having a bad time. And then she's like, I don't know how to help you right now. And then you get that like, no, you're supposed to be my therapist and help me. But it's like, okay, no, this is a process. And it's a process that sometimes hurts a lot, but it just do be like that. You want to get an in-person appointment, but most places are virtual, which is cool. Maddie, you should DM me. I might be able to recommend you somebody who, I don't know what your insurance situation is like, but I might be able to recommend you someone with sliding scale if you don't have insurance, or if the insurance doesn't cover. The time has come. O sacred moon of the heavens, come forth and pierce this darkness. Bear witness to the beast's demise upon my trusty sword Tohen Boku.
Did he say moon? Right! The legend says that the moon was shining when Nagi slew Orochi. Ow.
Yeah, Maddie. Literally exactly that. Moon, prism, power! Yeah, because my therapist, the good one that I said, she actually now runs like a practice and has multiple therapists under her who are varied in their specialties. So I bet you might be able to find someone good with them. And even if you can't, I can ask her to ask around because she's awesome. She knows everyone. Anyway, Susano style blade of truth. Good. Will. Never. Give. In. To. Evil. Yeah, of course, Maddie.
Finish it off, Amy.
Yes, Karma. No, Fido. I don't need your help this time. I love that moment. He knew. Now for the ultimate in Susano-style martial arts. Celestial Cleaver. Dearest Kushi, just as you devoted your life to sake brewing, the way of the sword is all I know. Yet I have failed, for I unleashed that foul beast upon the world. I allowed evil to cloud my judgment. Who am I to claim the right to wield a sword now? Alas, there was no reason for me to live.
Oh, Susano. Why do you look so serious? Come on, laugh like you normally do. Looking like that is what makes monsters turn up. So come on, laugh. Laugh like you do when you help me harvest the rice every year.
Oh, hell yeah, we've got our sword. Yay, our first glaive. Hold and release button for charge attack with Orochi's glaive. Oh. That doesn't seem normal. I don't like that. Oh. Oh, that's cool. I never noticed the shapes. And so it came to pass that, 100 years after its first defeat, the dreadful Orochi succumbed to Amaterasu and Susano's onslaught. As the foul breath left Orochi's twisted body, the curse lifting, a powerful sword known as Tsumugari appeared. It was the reborn form of Tsukuyomi, which had been consumed by Orochi. Armed with this new blade, Amaterasu prepared for further adventure. At that moment, a mysterious evil force emerged from Orochi's corpse, splitting off in all directions and flying off into the distant sky. At that time, no one had any inkling as to just what that force was. The truth is, the real calamity and chaos had yet to visit the world. But for the time being, Kamiki found itself enjoying a new era of peace. Our story, however, is far from over. In fact, it is just beginning.
That's right, Amy. We're just getting started. I mean, we can't let a great adventure simply end like this. Now give me one of those famous victory howls of yours.
Yup.
Dog with sword. Oh my god! You know, you'd think I would be making a deal about Waka. I don't even. It's not. It's not even about Waka this time. We just saw him. I love him to death, but oh, why are the frames dropping now? That's evil. OBS said you can't have your wife. OBS, you can't have your wife. Oh my god. Okay. At last. At last, the time has come. The unseverable blonde. Let me try that again. I'm so excited. The unseverable bonds between heaven and earth. Waka, the situation has grown urgent. You must return to the city at once. Très bien. Amaterasu, you may have slain Orochi this time, but do not assume it will be so easy the next.
I love women.
Oh, Christ. Alright, what all did you guys say during that battle? Okay, yeah.
Check out that starry sky. I know they're up there somewhere, my furry friend. Those constellations of the brush gods are just waiting to be found.
They are so cute, Your Honor. Yeah, they really are.
Whoa! That must have been one of Tama's fireworks. Wonder if the villagers already found out that Orochi's dead? Oh, I know. It must be the festival. They just started the annual Kamiki festival. Oh yeah! Time to party, Furball. Back to the village, hurry!
Would you like to save the game? Of course, we'll play a little bit longer. Oh man, I'm so excited. I forgot that she showed up there. I'll be really normal when we meet her, promise. Cross my heart. Probably in like 2 weeks. Do I have anything I can sell? Yeah. Okay, no. Hi! I felt it. I sensed it. The ancient monster disappearing with one final roar. That man, Susanoo, has a relentless and mighty drive within him. Huh? I sense a new driving force for Susanoo now. Could it be love? Nice. Oh. You're curious about Susanoo's fortunes and love? Well, he should be back here in the village, but I don't sense him anywhere. Perhaps he and his special someone are talking in secret somewhere. You must not poke your nose into their affairs too much, my friend. Karma, I think I will be able to answer your question here soon, because we're just going to say hi to everybody in the village before we skedaddle. And my hand is feeling better right now, but anyway. Ah, you look like you're having fun, Wolf. Just chased some monsters off your territory, have you? You know, the festival is a time to honor our sacred tree, Konohana. Maybe the gods smiled on us and lent you their strength. They don't even care. Hey, friend, where you been? Did you hear about the Susanoo and the Monster Man? Freaky. He used to do his best to avoid trouble. I'll drink a toast to him, to the brave warrior. Mr. Bamboo, are you hanging out with these gentlemen who are like your son's age?
Are we well, Wolf? Thanks to you, business is good. I'm enjoying a celebratory drink. Looking at the crescent moon reminds me of Kaguya. Do you know anything about her, Wolfie?
I do.
Oh, sure. How could a wolf understand what I'm saying? How ridiculous. Why'd you even ask, Bamboo Brain?
He does that regardless of what you say.
Oh. Hey, it's the new king of hole digging, Snowy. I'm gonna be best friends with Hayabusa forever. After all, he did save my life. We're gonna dig up turnips like there's no tomorrow. We're practicing like crazy so we can break your record.
Where? You defeated Orochi and saved the village. I am sorry I was too busy with my own duties to help you.
Oh, relax. A dog's gonna do what a dog's gonna do, right?
I know it was you who slew the dreaded Orochi. That was quite a feat.
Aw, shucks. We had a lot of help from Susano too, you know.
Kokari, come here.
Yeah, you can't catch me. Mushi's all fired up about that hole digging record again. Even Ume's no match for Hayabusa's hole digging skills. Well, I guess I have my own challenges to face too. Oh, this might be my last time I play with Mushi. You see, I want to face new challenges. I want to see the world and become a real man just like Susano, but I'll never forget the time we spent fishing together, doggy.
Aw. I feel like Mushi has more to say, but maybe it's after the festival's over. Let me try talking to him one more time. Hey, Nuka. Finish your holes. Okay, we're practicing like crazy. Okay. My bad. Where's your mom? Oh, no, she's upstairs. She's up. Where's Mrs. Orange? Is she in here? I hope so. If she's not, we'll come back. Okay, yeah, she's out playing. Out having a good time with the festival. Go up to the deck. And I love that you can actually like see the fireworks going. That's so cool. This game is so well done. I hate that it's not more popular. Like, I don't want it to be like super popular and everyone argues about it, but I wanted to have people appreciate it more, where they're like, oh yeah, the art style looks cool, but I never played it. Play it. Just play it. It's so much fun. There's so much that you can do in it. It's such a beautiful game. It aged beautifully. Fireworks. Ooh, we got some sacred fruit we can cut down too. Hell yeah. Oh my god, they're about... That's funny. They're great fireworks, really great. Prettier than ever before this year. They were about her and us digging up the turnips.
I'm so happy my husband's dance went so well again this year.
There he goes.
Now the spirit of Konohana, our sacred tree, along with the spirit of Orochi, can rest in peace.
Oh, how wonderful, a truly joyous occasion. Susanoo defeated Orochi and saved Kushi. It was as if the legend of old had appeared right before our eyes. I had feared Susanoo would bring dishonor upon his heroic lineage, but when I saw him as he dashed out of his door in his armor to save Kushi, he sure was the spitting image of that great Nagi. How happy I was to see him like that. Of course, I've never glimpsed Nagi in the flesh myself, but say, where did that Susanoo get to now? I was about to dance for Konohana instead of presenting the usual offering of 8 purification sake. Anyway, it's all his fault. He squandered all the sacred sake. You have very mixed feelings about that man, I guess. Yeah, the attention to detail in this game is fire. They put so much love into it. And it's really sad, too, because, like, Clover Studio does not exist anymore. So it's like, I don't know. It just feels like not enough people appreciated their hard work, if I can be so honest. Hey, Tama. Hey there. Caught the festival scent and thought you'd come play, huh? Well, what do you think? You like my latest works of art? Nothing like seeing them up close, though. Don't get too close. Get ready to be amazed. Here I go. The brightest constellation in the sky. The fabled duo spectacular.
Seno. Us. Isun. Susanoo. I mean, that's technically a trio, but eh.
There you are. Impressive, eh?
That was awesome. Hey, girlies.
Wow! Look, sis! The fireworks are awesome!
Yeah, we're so lucky to see a display like this on our travels.
And there's nothing like a good festival. I used to go to the festivals all the time back home. I wasn't thinking about my mommy or anything like that. Anyway, I mean, you can't keep slacking off like this. Can you even name all the brush techniques? So far, you found 9. Let's see, there's Rejuvenation, Power Slash, and Sunrise. Then there's the 3-part technique of the Gods of Flora. You know, Bloom, Water Lily, and Vine, which only count as 1. And finally, there's Cherry Bomb, Water Spout, Crescent, Galestorm, and Inferno. I wonder where the other 4 brush gods are hiding. The remaining 4 brush techniques are the hardest to find. We've searched all over the countryside already. Now that we've taken care of that Orochi and all, maybe it's time we headed out to the capital city. If there are more people, there could be more gods there. Don't let it bother you, Amy. I haven't seen Susanoo or Kushi around either. It's not too hard to figure it out, though. I mean, a man and a woman disappear during a festival? That's a dead giveaway. They have the hots for each other. I wouldn't go looking for them right now if I were you.
Just because you said it, I'm gonna. Hell yeah. Golden Peach. Hell yeah. Bullhorn. Is there maybe one more? Camellia and Kamel, are like, what the fuck? Hi girls, don't mind me. Okay, I think that's all. Alright, let's go in the proper way. Hey girl. Great Mother Okami Amaterasu. I am filled with unbridled joy at your safe return. It would appear the final chapter of Orochi has been written. The entire village is in your debt. Please accept their thanks. That said, what a splendid evening. Even I'm feeling a little bit intoxicated by the festival spirit. Damn girl. Okay, put those away for a second. I think I got all of the fruit. I think. Okay, yeah. Alright. You may be like, why are we going here again? You'll see. You'll see. I will pop a quick save though. Boop. So you can actually leave without doing this. But I think it's so funny and so cute and also so important to the overall story. Because if you remember when Susanoo was defeating Orochi and then we stepped in to do that final blow and he said, I don't need your help this time, Fido. That means he recognizes that we've been helping him the whole time. He's pieced together that we've been the one slicing things with the sword and whatnot. Which is really cool, but that's all we got with it. Unless you do this. So that's why we're doing it. Scree! When I go fast, I can't help but make the race car noises in this game. It just feels right. What if Formula 1 was this instead? What if Formula 1 was this instead? I would care a lot more. Oh. Oh. Who do we talk to first? Let's talk to Susanoo first. Look at them. Fidget, fidget. Oh. Oh. Fidget, fidget. Oh, it's you again. I see you sniffed me out once again, you little mutt. Well, I suppose, I should thank you. I may be the greatest swordsman ever and a descendant of Nagi, but this great deed would not have been possible without a follower.
When did you become his follower?
I commend your valor. Let us become brothers in arms.
Brothers in arms?
Don't be bashful. Let us pray before Nagi's statue. We're now inseparable brothers in arms. What an auspicious day, right, brother? Susanoo and his trusty dog brother.
Hey, Pops, this here's a wolf, not a dog. And this one has a name, too. It's Amaterasu.
Oh, you take good care of my brother, little bug. My good mutt here may have a pretty strange face, but still, you mustn't forget you are dealing with a highly revered deity.
What did you just say?
No need to worry, I'm protecting the peace here in Kamiki village. Behold, Tohenboku. I now rechristen it Susanoo Blossom. With this spirit blade, I shall rend evil wherever it may be. Bet you wish you had one of these instead of that divine instrument.
So you were able to see Amy's true form from the beginning?
You again. Bah, you can't do anything without me. Listen up, you two. I'm in the middle of something important with Kushi. You get my drift? Now, scram.
Oh, it's you, Snowy? And Isun, too. How brave you both were. Everyone here in the village is so grateful to you. We really can't thank you enough for bringing us peace at last. Oh, come on, sweetie. Everyone plays their part in dangerous times like these. There's no need for us to go around thanking each other. Very well, Isun. Thank you. Now tell me, Snowy, are you really just an ordinary wolf? The broken mill suddenly fixed, spring water flying into the barrel. So many strange things have been happening since you came along. And you certainly know how to put up a good fight, too. A fight? What fight? Oh, you must mean the brawl with our Orochi. Maybe you're a kind of god, here to keep the peace for us all. But I knew you wouldn't want people to make a fuss, so I've been careful not to tell anyone too much about you. You can relax here in our village whenever you want, Snowy. Aw. Oh, have you seen enough of the festival already? Oh! Boy, Amy, you just don't get it, do you? I think they want to be alone. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah. So I love that they've kind of figured it out, especially like Susanoo coming to terms with like, oh. And then the other thing about his house too, it does look like the helmet, but it also does look like a torii, like a shrine gate, which is really cool. I do like to think that that's perhaps foreshadowing for the fact that not only is he connected to divinity in a way, but he, like through his lineage, but he's also connected to divinity with me. Bark. The awesome thing about barking in this game is when you bark, it does bring up your, like, stats in a way that you can just, like, look at the things that are the most important, like the praise and the money and stuff, if you can't remember. Or if you are like, do I need to heal? Anyway, let's skedaddle. We've got to go to the capital. And we are going to make our way there, but only part of the way. We're going to make it, I shouldn't even say part of the way. Most of the way. Most of the way to the capital. Because I am, like I said, I am feeling better. So this will just be regular. Regular stream, LFG. Okay, bye. Alright, I'm ending your festival fun now. I am going to turn right back around. Because I do want to do 2 more things in Kamiki Village, but I cannot do them right now since we are in the middle of the festival.
Well, that wraps up this year's Kamiki Festival. Sure hope they can have fun like this again next year. Well, Furball, I think it's about time we headed to the capital. We gotta find those 4 other brush techniques. Or brush gods. Whatever. I was reading ahead and I misread it. It's fine.
Right. Oh. Okay. That's fine. I was gonna do that manually anyway. Oh, hi! Oh, hi!
Amaterasu. You have only just performed your duties, yet you plan to leave? My heart aches at the thought of our separation.
Sakuya, you didn't have to come all this way just to say goodbye. Well, you're pretty uptight for a tree spirit.
But, at the instant of Orochi's passing, I quite clearly saw a swirling black mist. In the confusion, I distinctly sensed an evil other than Orochi. I'm not sure what it could be. Is there something else at work? Shinshu has been restored. Of that there is no doubt. But nature's tormented cries ring out in other parts of Nippon. Especially chilling are those emanating from the capital in the Ryoshima coast beyond the bridge in Taka Pass.
Well, we were planning on visiting that place anyway.
The black essence born of Orochi's husk. It was moving toward the capital as well. I cannot say for sure exactly what that means. What I do know is that whatever has plunged this world into chaos has not yet finished toying with us. This ordeal is far from over.
Is that it? No sage advice for us heroes?
My apologies, little one. The challenges you face on your journey will be many, but I know that though you will grow weary, you will prevail. The road you will travel will be fraught with peril, but I pray that the fresh scent of flora will protect you. Amaterasu, Isun, I wish you a safe and fruitful journey.
She's gone. A safe and fruitful journey after what she just said? Give me a break! I always knew getting all the brush techniques wouldn't be easy. On to the capital. First stop, city checkpoint at Taka Pass.
I know. I love it's like, do you know? I'm like, yes.
Ew, excuse me.
Yes, game. I know. Alright, so first thing I want to do is talk to Mushi. Because I think he will have something else to say. Hey, bud.
It's the king of hole digging, Snowy. My mama's really on edge now that Hayabusa and I have become the best buddies and have been practicing our turnip digging skills. But I'm sure your 10 turnip and a row of feet will never be forgotten. I knew it all along. That's not the real Hayabusa. The real Hayabusa died a long time ago. I mean, how could he have survived when the monsters killed my pa? That wasn't the real Hayabusa that came home without a scratch. I know Hayabusa wouldn't have left my pa to die like that. He would have fought to the bitter end to protect my pa. But I don't care whether that's the real Hayabusa anymore. I mean, he saved my life. That arrow would have killed me. I just want him by my side. That's all I need.
That's so sweet. That's such a cool moment that you, again, can miss very easily if you don't come back to Kamiki. So the other thing I want to do is, Mrs. Orange promised us some cherry cakes, and the cutscene with it is really funny and also a Beautiful Joe reference, if memory serves.
Things have quieted down now that the festival is over. After going through some very rough times, I'm just looking forward to next year's festival. Oh, I almost forgot. I promised you some cherry cakes, didn't I? I'll get you some fresh ones in a jiffy. You wait right there. Upsy daisy.
Mochi.
Phew. Take these with you, dear. They're best when they're fresh.
Cherry flavored sweet bean cake. That sounds so good. I wish these were real, that I could eat them now. Okay, that's all I wanted to do here. We'll probably come back here again. Although, hold on, let me see. One thing I want to see really fast. Yeah, I'll definitely be coming back here to do the stray bead stuff, but I want to get us to the edge of glory, of the capital. We can put this back out. Oops, my bad. Suddenly it's daytime. Man, I'm so excited for the second arc. The second arc of the game is my favorite arc. I think most people think that the game is weaker after Orochi, like the Orochi arc is like the best arc. But I, quite frankly, disagree respectfully. I think that this upcoming arc is so good. It's so dramatic and interesting. Oh, hi, Ida. Oh, yeah, I'll challenge you another time, bud. And yeah, it's just so up my alley. And the location, the music is insane. The locations are awesome. The mythology that gets included, Gaga mentioned. The mythology that gets mentioned or included is like so good. It's like some of my favorite mythos. Things that have also been like alluded to quietly will get like included too, which is awesome. Cool. I love that I cheated that. And again, I could quick travel here, but I do just kind of like running through and being like, wow, look at all these places we've been. And again, we have more to do here, like that. And then giving Sleepy his last ball and some other things, but we're not going to worry about it right now. We will come do all that side quest stuff at a later date. For sure, for sure. How many demon fangs do I have? Okay. we're gonna meet so many new animals. Will we see more Waka? Oh, karma. Will we see more Waka? We're gonna see so much Waka. We're gonna learn so much about Waka too. I'm really excited. I want to take him by the scruff of the neck with my own teeth and shake him around like a chew toy. I feel like that's, you know, I feel like that's a relatively normal reaction. Don't you think? All right. So, if you remember, Kusa Village is up that hill, and then this other path was to, that dog. The other path was to the capital. So we're gonna take this path. Finally. Valid. Thank you. I appreciate that. See, you can see the sign, city checkpoint. Wakanyakpo. Yep. I feel a similar way, although I do have a little bit of underlying hatred for Jacopo that's like, you fucking, you idiot! But you know. Anyway, well, I guess this is good timing because my frames are dropping out a little bit here and there, so we're gonna be done. The game, OBS is deciding the end for today, so that's fine. Yeah. So, as I said, weather should be norm. Drop my files. Dude, one of the things that happened this week too is like last week I got triggered into Klapalo brain rot and wrote like 10,000 words of a fic over the course of like 48 hours. It was a normal one. Anyway, as I said, the weather has gotten better. So Tuesday, Thursday, stream Ace Attorney. We're going to finish up all that good second case shit. So third one, all that good shit. Yeah, Maddie. And then next Saturday we'll be doing this again. There will be an upcoming Saturday where I won't be able to stream, but it's not for a few weeks. I'll let you guys know. Yeah. So, you know the drill. You know what? Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Be good to yourself. Be kind. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Wear a mask. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll see you when I hecking see you. How about that? And if I say, how about that? How about that?